If you're a young guy that is struggling to put on size and to build muscle, this is the perfect video for you. You see, this was me around a year and a half ago, and I managed to transform my physique to where I am right now. I know I'm not perfect and I by far do not have the best physique. However, for my age, I feel as though that I've achieved a pretty good level of success in my bodybuilding and training. So if you'd like to know how I did it, keep watching, and I promise you, if you dedicate the next 10 minutes of your day to watching this video, it will completely transform your fitness journey and completely change the game for you. So I want to start with common mistakes that people are making when trying to bulk. You see, firstly, people are eating too much junk food. You see online, Sam Sulek and all of these bodybuilders that are bulking, and they're dirty bulking. Dirty bulking is a really bad approach to bulking as it causes a lot of fat gain, not to mention all of the health consequences that you'll suffer later down the line. So first of all, you're eating too much fast food. It's a cope if you're saying it's helping you build muscle, as mostly it's just dirty fat. And it's just gonna make you fat in the long run and cause you to build less muscle over time. Secondly, you're just not eating enough. You're not getting in enough calories daily. How can you expect to bulk up and put on size if you're not eating enough calories for your body to gain weight? I'll go more in depth into this later, but that is my second point. And thirdly, you have a lack of protein. You're not eating enough protein throughout your day. Again, I'll go into this more later in the guide. However, I want you to really internalize this. You're not eating enough protein. So here is the perfect bulking diet. So what I want you to do first is to go to this site. I'll put it in the description below, and I want you to calculate your maintenance calories. This is how many calories you need to be eating per day to stay at your current weight. However, if you're watching this video, I assume you're trying to bulk up and gain weight. So you need to be eating more calories than this. So I recommend aiming for 400 to 500 extra calories on top of this. Let's say you fill out the information on the calculator and it says you need to have 2,000 calories per day. That's your maintenance. I want you to aim to have 2,500 calories per day. This will allow you to gain around, it'll be different for everyone, but around 1 pound per week, which is really solid progress and will really help you on your bulking journey. Secondly, you need to aim for 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So if you're 100 pounds, you need to get 100 grams of protein in per day. 150 pounds, you need to aim for 150 grams of protein per day. So this is another really important concept that you need to remember, and just keep it in the back of your mind. People also talk about tracking your carb and fat content. However, I think this is quite irrelevant. As long as you're eating a healthy diet, then there shouldn't really be a need to be tracking your carb and fat. Just focus on the protein, 1 gram per pound of body weight. So here are some of the best foods you can be eating. There are 3 main food groups, as I'm sure you know: protein, carbohydrates, and fats. So for protein, you want to be looking for eggs, ground beef, chicken, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, salmon. These are great examples of healthy protein. You want to be getting your protein from a variety of sources, and remember, it's very easy to track, but you want to aim for 1 gram per pound of body weight. Some good carbs that you can get in are just white rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, sourdough bread. These are great examples of complex carbohydrates that will help you get in those calories that you need to actually build size and muscle. And finally, fats. Fat is actually quite neglected on most people's bulking journeys. However, it's very important. So what you need to be doing is adding as much healthy fats into your diet as possible. So you can get that through olive oil, butter, avocado oil, coconut oil. Avoid seed oils, but any of these healthy fats, I want you to be implementing as much of them into your diet as possible, as these are very high in calories and nutrient dense, so they'll help you gain weight and they're actually healthy for you. And finally, you can track all of your food with this app called MyFitnessPal. So you just download it for free on your phone and you can track all your calories in there. You don't need to do this long term. I'd recommend just doing it for a couple weeks just to get an idea of how much you should be eating and make sure you're hitting that 400 to 500 calorie surplus on top of your maintenance, which we calculated earlier. So now moving on to your workout. This is one of the most important factors of building the muscle. So now that you're eating more food and getting in some healthy bulking food, you'll be gaining weight. However, there's no point gaining weight if it's all gonna be fat and you're not building any muscle. So your training is a vital and very important step in the bulking process. Firstly, I suggest following a push-pull legs split. This is one of the most common splits, however, it's the most effective for building muscle as you get to hit multiple muscle groups twice a week. I'm not going to give you the specific exercises and workouts you should be doing. I'm not a professional in that, so I'll be adding some videos to the description below that you can watch if you're looking for specific step-by-step training plans. This is to give you a brief overview. That is the purpose of this video. However, I will talk about the frequency of your workouts and how often you should be hitting the gym. So this really depends on your goals. For example, I hit the gym 5 to 6 times per week, but I'm not a beginner. I'd say I'm now an intermediate. I've been going for around a year and a half, almost 2 years now. So I've definitely been going for a while, so I understand and I'm used to it and I recover quicker. However, if you're a beginner, you'll get burnt out easily if you overtrain and overwork your muscles. So you really need to see what feels right for you. Maybe if you're just starting the gym along with your bulking journey, you only want to go 3 to 4 times per week. However, if you've been doing it for a few months or maybe even a year, you want to try and aim for 5 to 6 training sessions per week. And finally, here's how to avoid getting fat on your bulk. So this is why I suggest a lean bulk over the traditional dirty bulking, because dirty bulking will cause a whole lot of fat gain, which is what we want to avoid, because if you gain a lot of fat, you will have to do these violent cuts, which will cause you to lose a lot of the muscle mass that you build up on your bulk. This is why I highly encourage everyone to lean bulk over dirty bulking. So ways that you can reduce fat on the bulk is stay active. There's a myth that everyone thinks, oh, cardio kills gains. This is completely false. If you just do some general cardio, if you play sports, that's good enough. And this will just help keep the fat off. And also it's just good for your heart to be active. Just lifting weights is not good enough. To be a healthy person, you have to be doing cardio and sports too. Finally, track your progress. Take progress pictures weekly and check back on your results, weigh in every day, write down your weight every single morning so you can see your progress week on week, month on month. And then based on those results, you can tweak. So maybe let's say you're not gaining as much weight as you hoped, then you might need to increase your calorie intake per day. And maybe if you're gaining weight too fast, you might need to decrease the amount of calories you're eating per day. So tracking your progress is a very important step to this process to make sure that you're staying on track and you can adjust and actively change the amount of calories you're eating and your training routine. Thank you to getting to the end of this overview of bulking. I hope you got some actionable tips that you can learn and implement into your lifestyle. If you'd like to see more videos like this, subscribe to the channel as I have much more content coming soon. And again, thank you for watching.